Hey friends, Bhaskar here. Here's a lovely little story based on what are Zen koans. Now, a koan is a usually very short, terse sentence that is either a hypothetical situation or some kind of a riddle that's designed to be illogical and yet create the state of awakening. And the story begins with a Zen master calling upon a disciple and giving him this koan. And the koan went like this. Hypothetical, of course. Imagine that you had a bottle, and in that bottle, you put a little baby goose. And you fed this baby goose until the goose became bigger and bigger and bigger and filled up the entire bottle. Now the bottle is full of this goose. So the question is, how to get the goose out? The condition is, you cannot break the bottle, nor can you hurt the goose. How do you get the goose out? So the Zen master gave this koan to his disciple. The disciple went off and started to contemplate and meditate on this paradox, this question. And he came up with so many ideas, became very creative, so many possibilities, hours turned to days and days. Yet every single possibility, either the glass broke or the goose was killed. He could not figure out how to get the goose out without either breaking the glass or killing the goose. Eventually, out of absolute pure frustration, he gave up. Totally helpless, he said, it is not possible. It is not possible to get the goose out without either breaking the glass or hurting the goose. This is impossible. And in that total let go, in that total surrender, suddenly an insight occurred to him. He asked himself, Master cannot be so interested in the condition of the goose or the bottle. There must be something else here. Something else he's pointing to. Perhaps some kind of a metaphor. And as he started to think along those lines, he suddenly realized, wait a minute. The glass bottle is my mind, and I'm the goose. My mind is the bottle and I'm the goose. I was never in the bottle. The goose was never in the bottle. I was never in the mind. So he jumps up, runs to his master and says, screaming, Master, Master, the goose is out. The goose is out. The master looks at him and says, now you see it. It's a beautiful story that points to the understanding that the thinking faculty, the mind, is a very wonderful tool. Yet it's a very hopeless master. If we think we are the mind, we're suffocated in this tiny bottle. But once we realize we're not the mind, we can actually see the mind, the glass bottle, which is empty of us. It's just a thinking process. Then suddenly the mind, which is a very valuable tool, but a hopeless master, goes back to its original setting of being a very valuable tool. So I wish you a wonderful life with this very valuable tool. Much love.